So we did shows such as Assassination Classroom, Fruits Basket, Toradora, and Food Wars, and they all had lighthearted humor. What if for our 13th episode, we do a show that's a little more darker, and maybe even a little more edgier? So how about we do Tokyo Ghoul? Hi, Ethan Leggett here, back with another episode of Hawktaku. This time around, in honor of our 13th episode, we're going to do a much more fairly edgier anime. So you may have heard of this one, it's going to be Tokyo Ghoul. So back in 2014, which was after the hype train of Attack on Titan, we had Tokyo Ghoul, which was a 12-episode adaptation of the manga by Soi Ishida. It was very well known for its action, story, and the very iconic opening that people definitely listen to more than once. You know the one. As well as the faithful adaptation to the manga. We'll talk about that one later. Unlike previous episodes, I'm gonna rate Tokyo Ghoul separately by its seasons, because they do vary in quality. And spoiler warning. So was season 1 great? Yes. I'd say this season gave us a good grip into what the series has in store for us. It introduced us to the concept of ghouls, which are vampires but eat human flesh. Yeah, this show gets very graphic. They also grow special limbs to hunt prey called kagune, which can vary from a tail, octopus tendrils, whatever the sword arm thing is, or even full-on wings that can help the user fly. Despite being much more powerful than humans, ghouls live in the shadows and blend into human society. Alright, done with that exposition, let's move on to the main plot. Meet Ken Kaneki, a simple college student making his way through society. But he becomes a half-ghoul and a half-human due to having ghoul organs being transplanted in him during a surgery. So much for healthcare, I guess. Although he is a half-ghoul, half-human hybrid, Kaneki shows that he still has humanitarianism. Throughout the season, Kaneki shows that not all ghouls are monsters, and he shows that there's a potential for ghouls and humans to live amongst each other. He also helps other ghouls along the way, such as Toga, Hinami, and Nishiki, since they all have personal problems of just being a ghoul. Like Toga, trying to stay friends with people from school, and trying to hide her identity of being a ghoul herself. He also helped Hinami from being hunted down by the military, and Nishiki who's trying to protect his girlfriend from being eaten by this guy. So overall, I would rank Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 a solid 4 out of 5 Hawks, because that final episode was really impactful. It had a good story and had good characters. It's just a shame that the next seasons didn't continue on in that direction. Because Season 2, or Tokyo Ghoul Route A, or whatever you want to call it, did the series dirty. This season takes an unfortunate turn as it differs from what happens in the manga. Now, having anime original endings are fine, it's just strange since the third season, Tokyo Ghoul Re, refers to major events that were either supposed to happen in Season 2, or were just straight up changed and cut out from the season. So this kind of makes the series' continuity and story get mixed in the blender. There was supposed to be a major fight at the end of Season 2, but it was replaced by, get this, 5 minutes of Kaneki walking. I'm not even joking. 2 out of 5. Let's just move on to Tokyo Ghoul Re. Tokyo Ghoul Re, or Season 3. This season was split up into 2 parts, which was interesting, because Part 2 literally crammed 3 arcs of the manga into 12 episodes. But hey, at least the first half was decent despite skipping a ton of minor details. Tokyo Ghoul Re is the final season, so we do see how Kaneki's story ends. And it was a pretty tragic one at that. The poor guy had to go through 5 personality splits. With all the flaws the anime has, I think you guys should still give it a try as it's on Funimation and Hulu. Tokyo Ghoul Re is going to sit at a 3 out of 5 Hawks. It was good, but it felt really rushed in Part 2, since all of the extra details that built the story weren't fleshed out enough, or picked up on to make the ending of the series as impactful as it should have been. Well, Hawks, that concludes this week's episode of Hawktaku. Be sure to subscribe and like the video, and be sure to check out the link in the description, because we have a website now. So, with that out of the way, I'm Ethan Leggett, now see you in the next episode.